There are few movies out there that leave an impression through its use of visual and auditorial presentation to further convey its themes, story, and messaging. American director Don Hertzfeldt's 2012 film It's Such a Beautiful Day is one of those. But while the themes of appreciating the mundane in life, the horrific experience of living with mental illness, and existential themes about life and death are complex and emotional topics, the manner of which these topics are told in comparison to how well they are shown is lackluster due to numerous reasons. The first of which is the narrator, who, interestingly, is voiced by the director himself. The tone at which he speaks sounds as though he is heightening his vocal cords to produce a lighter sounding voice, and is a heavily distracting trait of the movie, especially when the film features no other person to provide spoken dialogue. A deeper, more textured voice would have better fit the role of the narrator, and in turn would have given the spoken lines the emotional tone that is missing. The narrator also speaks in the same cadence throughout the hour and 2-minute runtime, with the sound of his finished sentences always having the same raised eyebrow, question-like tone, giving the dialogue an unserious impression.
Downtown, the hot smell of manure blew past him as he walked. Bill soon came upon 3 dead horses in the road, apparently struck down by
These two issues are then exacerbated due to a hasty delivery of every line spoken out of the narrator's mouth. Because of this, there's never any emphasis added to certain words, and in turn creates the problem of no words ever having any weight to them, making every single one feel flat or unimportant. While these traits for narration may have been a stylization choice, the director should have had someone else do it, or thought of another way to stylize the narration, as the final product is unfitting for the tone of the movie. Furthermore, the humor is an awkward, surrealist style of comedy that the director attempts to blend in with the bleak and depressing story of the movie. This severely hinders the emotion behind the film. In one scene, you have a moment of the main character reconnecting with his father, and another, you have a scene talking about how everyone has huge testicles, which is not funny. On top of that, some of the placement and timing of the humor makes it feel as though the movie forces its jokes upon the viewer. The film wants to evoke deep emotions within the audience, yet at numerous times will ham-fist a joke, immediately stripping any sense of emotional weight established from a moment before. In one moment, you have a scene where the protagonist is diagnosed with an incurable mental disease, and immediately after you have a joke about masturbation. Overall, the jokes are in poor taste for the story being told, and are clearly stuck in the era that the movie was released in. Lastly, the movie is a combination of the director's 3 previous works compiled into one story, and this is felt upon watching it. The pacing in this movie is far too quick, never giving any time for scenes to breathe and resonate with the audience. It feels as though the director thought that his story must keep a quick forward momentum, but what ends up happening is that the emotion of the movie fails to keep up, never having a chance to truly settle within the audience due to how fast the scenes are flying by. What does not fail to keep up though are the visuals of the movie. The way in which the director utilizes contrasting visual mediums to create such evocative imagery within his work left an awe feeling at many times. It is especially enjoyable to see him flip between both live recorded footage and simplistic animation, or utilize both at the same time to form a dreamlike painting, evoking feelings of nostalgia, serenity, or sadness. In essence, while the stick figure animation itself is not complex, Don Hertzfeldt makes it stand out by mixing it in with live elements to create his own distinct style, unlike anything seen before. Additionally, the movie utilizes a wonderfully creative use of sound design, using it as a means to further encapsulate the viewer into what the life is like for the main protagonist living with his mental illness. At times it is serene, yet distant, showing that even during moments of mental stability, there is still a disconnect with the protagonist's mind from reality. Whereas at other times it is overwhelming, drowning the viewer with the cacophony of sound, signifying a declining mental state. The movie also features a great score, where classical music is used to invoke grandiose scenes or a feeling of wonder to the listener. At other times, the score is a much simpler, stripped-down piece of music, where in one of my favorite scenes, a simple yet lullaby-like guitar melody plays as the main character reconnects with his ex at the park, creating a beautiful moment of human connection.
He noticed that every time he was near her, she sort of moved away with a tight-lipped smile on her face, as though everything were okay.
But while the visual presentation of the movie is done exceptionally well, along with its sound design and creative use of it to add depth to the themes and messaging of the movie, the overall experience is extremely hindered at reaching its full potential by the movie's narrator, pacing, unfunny humor, and poor placement of its humor, which in the end creates an experience that is just above average. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, then it would mean a lot to me if you went ahead and left a like, as that shows I did a good job. Feel free to also subscribe if you're interested in more videos like this one to come out soon, and also let me know what you guys thought about this movie down below. Do you love it, hate it, or maybe you're interested in watching it now after seeing this video? Now, with that said, I hope to see you all next time.